Hello YouTube world, I am back. This is part 2 of this little series. It might be 3 parts, I'm not sure. We will see. It's very early in the morning. It is 6:50 and we've got it's so hot. I can't even work in my studio when the sun comes up and I won't be able to paint. There'll be so many issues with splitting. So today we're obviously going to do this painting, but really if you want to know about this, how I chose my colours, desaturating my colours, then you need to watch part 1. Okay, so today is how do I choose, what technique do I choose to go about doing this seascape that I'm going to do, using this old painting as reference, as inspiration. I'm not copying it, I can't copy it. So we can't copy it in fluid art anyway, but I explained that in part 1, I explained just how much I love this little painting. My canvas is 20 by 50 centimetres. I know that I want a horizon line. So if I am marking the rule of thirds here. I don't want my horizon line to be on the exact top third. I'm going to come up a bit and I'm going to go there. Now there's no horizon line on this picture, you're looking down. So this is going to be slightly different because I'm going to be painting a kite, I hope, over the top. So I think I'm going to need that horizon line to give it perspective. So this is my sky here. Then we come down to the bottom and we've got a line of rocks. Maybe about there. Roughly. So you have rocks. And then we have the sea. Okay, so let's go to number 1 first. Number 1 is the sky. And my sky will be a puddle pour with satin enamel. So it'll be my white with titanium white with satin enamel. I'll do a base, a house paint base mix, just to give some effects, hopefully. Then I will have masking tape here, or will I? I don't think I'm going to use masking tape today. I will then come down to do a dustpan pour. Now, the reason why I do a puddle pour for sky is because it just works well for me. It just really does. And it's easy. As I come down to the bottom, I was thinking of doing a little spade pour. Now the reason why I want to do a spade pour is because I don't have to tilt. I have to tilt with this and I have to tilt with the sky. So the second one I'm doing here is just a little ribbon pour on the horizon to keep things tight and straight. Then I am going to do a straight pour for the sea, and I'm going to do probably 2 cups for the sea. And then my fourth one No, that's the fourth one, the rocks. My fifth one will be a balloon roll. So this is how I work out this little book's full of sketches, thumbnails like this. So I've given it some thought about all my techniques. How and when do I do them? Do I do them all in one go? I'm going to do my sky first. And I'm just going to let that set. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do this all in one go. So I'm going to do my ribbon pour and my straight pours in one go. Then straight away I'm going to do my spade pour. Now because I've already tilted, I don't want to tilt for my spade pour. That's why I'm doing the spade pour, because you're stretching it as you're pulling it across the canvas. And then I'm going to do a balloon roll for the surf. Simple. Okay, my sky colours are just colours that I have pulled off one of my blues, which I showed you how I mixed up, because the sky is always reflected in the water, or the water's always reflected in the sky, whichever way around it is. So you use the same colours, but just probably a little bit more, a little bit lighter. This one's satin enamel, so I have got a good tablespoon of satin enamel in that amount of white, about what, less than half a cup. I have in here my house paint mixture, which is just silk emulsion, watered down. It's quite very fluid. So let's get going. That's the sky, and I do tilt it with an inch of its life. I'm going to leave it while I have my coffee and I'm going to come back, and then what did I say I was going to do next? Yes, the horizon and this straight pour. Okay, it's been over half an hour. I've had my breakfast, I've had my coffee, I've had my washing out. So I've just tested this. It's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to work on the sea. 2 cups here. But first of all, am I going to lay those first? Yes, I'm going to lay these first. So remember, we talked about how being really observant with your reference. I've got paint all over it. Quite blue at the top, going to greener hues at the bottom. So 2 cups, I think. just going to put another quick one here, just very quickly, just a small one. Okay, hope you're still recording. I still have my balloon rolls to do to bring some movement in here. So this area here will be blended in with some real dominant white surf. You saw me here just with the stick, and I dipped it in my satin enamels and just run it through areas I didn't particularly like. So in the distance, you know, you start off small. Could even put a tiny line in there actually. So afterwards, I'm going to straighten that horizon line there when I put my kite in. So the kite, obviously I'm taking inspiration from this, her red swimming costume. This is going to be my kite on the top, on the red. So it's going to make all this green really, it's going to complement it, recede it into the background, but this is going to really bring it to life, I hope. Okay, wet results for an early morning pour. I always get a little bit shaky first time round doing a composition. I might come across as being all confident, but actually it is quite difficult. I love the way that green recedes into the background in this foreground, the rocks. I'm just going to do a little bit of work on this when it's dry. I'll show you what I do, but I think I am quite pleased how this has gone. There's a couple of things I shouldn't have done. I started to drag my stick through here. I shouldn't have done that. I've got the horizon line to straighten just a little tad. And the balloon rolls, I always hesitate. They are tricky. There's no two ways about it. To get the balloon rolls just right, and you can overdo it. You can overdo it. So I hope you enjoyed this part of the video. I'm going to wait till it's dry, and then maybe, depends on how long this is, I might put the kite in a separate video. We'll see. So this is the dried result. Got a little bit of work to do on this. I'm going to fix this splitting, fix this bit here. A little bit of work to do on the sky. But I really like, see that flash of blue there, just catching the light, iridescent paint in the sky. It's a really quite a sweet painting. But the embellishment over the top, I'm going to do it in another video because I've done 2 of these now and I really want to do them together. So make sure you watch the next video and see what I